Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. I enjoyed my first playthrough so much that I thought I would give it another go. My first playthrough, although a lot of fun, ended in defeat, and I think that there were two parts that played in that. The first part being my inexperience with the game. I didn't really know the mechanics of the game, so it was a learning experience. The second part is the fact that I think I rushed the game because I wasn't sure how the game saves, and I wasn't sure the game was being saved, so I thought I had to do everything in one playthrough. I don't think that's the case. From what I've heard, the game autosaves. At least I'm fingers crossed that's how it works. So I did kind of rush the game a little bit too much, and this playthrough I'm going to try and explore a lot more. So the first character I played as was Alexandra of Blacksand, who, looking at all the other characters, actually is a pretty good starting character. She doesn't have the highest stamina or luck. As a matter of fact, she is, I think, second lowest in both of these character categories, but she does have the highest skill of all of the characters, and some of her attributes are pretty decent, as well as her actual attack abilities. Now, as I said, I took a look at all the other characters, and the one that I've decided to go with is Dekion Strom here. Now, Dekion Strom has slightly more stamina than Alexandra had, but is not as skillful. As a matter of fact, I think he has the lowest skill of all the characters. But luck-wise, he's the second best. Or, yeah, I think he's the second best. I think the best character luck-wise is this character here. Now, as far as his description goes, he is a soldier for hire. Dekion Strom earns his living escorting merchant wagons to and from Sardath, the city of his birth. An arrogant but skilled warrior, Dekion always looks out for himself first. When bands ambushed his convoy on the road to Zengis, Dekion was forced to fight his way to safety at a nearby village. Near penniless and far from home, the mercenary is looking for his next big payday. And his attributes are that he's dexterous, he has great speed and agility, and precision, and he has a keen eye, noticing things that would normally be unseen or ignored. I think this might be a powerful attribute if we're going to be going for a more thorough searching route. And then finally we have his attacks. So he's got the standard front attack, he's got a right attack that goes diagonal, and then he has a right slash that attacks both the square in front of him as well as the square to his right. Now, he doesn't have a diagonal slash to the left, which I'm not sure if Alexandra had that, but she may have. And then finally he has Dodge Bolt. Now this is going to be a very powerful ability from what I can tell. It is a ranged attack, but also after he fires, he's going to move to one side or the other. I think this will be very valuable against the one opponent that was troublesome for me when I was Alexandra of Blacksand, the dragon, because the range allows him to strike the dragon, and also his dodging ability allows him to sidestep the fire breath of the dragon. So I think this will be very valuable for the dragon. But just as a quick comparison, Alexandra and her attacks. So she has the same two first attacks. Okay, so I was wrong. According to this, she only has a right attack, but I could have swore it was diagonal on either side. In any case, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to select Dekion here. You've chosen Dekion Strom. If you liked me, select a different hero. If you're happy with your choice, then you may travel to Firetop Mountain and start your adventure. Alternatively, if you want to take part in combat tutorial, active free read mode, or want to learn more about the rules of the game, select tutorial rules and free read. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and just go straight to Firetop Mountain because I already did the tutorial. But I am going to read this, although this is my second playthrough. I'm going to read it as if it was my first playthrough. I don't know how much is going to be changed. I'm going to assume not very much. Probably the maze is going to be different from what we saw, but other than that, it should be about the same. At last, your 2-day hike is over. When goblin bandits ambushed your convoy on the road to Zengis, you were outnumbered and had to fight your way to the safety of Anvil. One of the goblins, a so-called jailer called Rotgut, stole from you a valuable locket that was given to you in Kenleshma many years ago by a priest of Arantis. You were planning to sell it for a princely sum and retire from the dangerous life of an armed caravan escort. So different description for the beginning here. And possibly the reason why we're going to Firetop Mountain is different. Maybe a different quest. Rumors at Anvil have led you to believe that the goblins that attacked your convoy were under the command of none other than Zagor, the mysterious warlock who rules Firetop Mountain. You're determined to find the jailer, reclaim your prize, and buy a horse to travel back to Sardeth. If there is a sizable fortune left after this, so much the better. You've also heard tales from the locals that the warlock is man to be feared as much as he is wealthy. You're not easily intimidated, but if Jin were to appear and grant you 100 gold pieces and a Femphirian stallion in return for your soul, you might just take the deal. You cautiously approach a cave entrance, which you know is used frequently by goblins. You check that your crossbow is secured on your back and grip the hilt of your sword. You're ready to face any foe. Your adventure starts here. Alright. Let's go ahead and go in. Alright, so this looks about the same. You see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. This place stinks of goblins and orcs. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on my locket so I can get out of here. So definitely a different quest. So my quest is to secure the locket rather than get the, the Eye of the Cyclops, which was Alexandra of Black Sands quest. So that kind of gives you some replayability as well because the quest is different. Although maybe the dungeon or the Firetop Mountain is the same, other things have changed. Alright, so I kind of have an idea of what to do here, and as much as I'm going to read things like this is my first playthrough, I'm definitely going to make decisions based off of things I know from the past. Alright, the sound of scurrying continues ahead of you, as well as the sound of heavy footsteps. I could hide, but I'm sure I can take on whatever is coming. A few yards ahead, at the limit of the light cast by your lantern, you catch a sight of a cleft in the tunnel wall. I could fit into that cleft, but there's no way I'm hiding this early on in my quest. Alright, so he just straight up didn't give me the choice. Now, Alexandra had a choice to hide in the cleft. Alright, coming towards you along the passageway are two ugly green-skinned creatures. You have disturbed an orc patrol. I feel pretty confident about taking down these two. As they unsheathe their weapons, you arm yourself and prepare to fight. So maybe we can expect this character be a little bit more brazen and foolhardy, perhaps. Also, he doesn't sound like the kind of character that is particularly, what's the word I want to look for? Chivalrous, perhaps? Alright, so I don't think I can attack either of these guys at the moment, but I can sidestep over here. Alright. So that guy's going to attack because he shook. And this character here is going to probably move. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this guy with my dodge bolt. And it doesn't look like I get to choose which direction I move in. Now with this, I have to assume the direction this guy's going to attack. I'm going to assume he's going to attack me directly, so I'm going to try and move out of the way. And it looks like I was correct. Now it looks like he's going to move. Because he didn't shake. At least I don't think he did. So I'm just going to do a basic attack here. Alright, so he did shake this time. But I'm going to just attack him. And you'll see if you haven't seen this game played so far, kind of what happens when that happens. We do a roll off. And whoever gets a better die roll gets the damage done. He tied with me, though, so nothing happened there. I'll go ahead and attack here because I believe that's where he's going to go. There we go. So if I had won, I would have done damage to him. If he had won, I would have gotten damage to me. Apparently, draws are just ties and nothing happens. Okay, so we didn't lose any stamina, which is stamina is pretty much our health. And we gained 4 souls. From what I've seen, you use the souls to unlock more characters, which I was very close to being able to do for my first playthrough. I think I need 250, and I had something like 212, 215, somewhere around there. So pretty close, and I would expect with this playthrough, as long as we make it a decent way into the game, that we should get the ability to unlock more characters. A quick search of the orcs' bodies turns up a handful of gold pieces, a crude bone charm, and a half-eaten rat on a stick. Alright, so 5 gold pieces. I'll take the Orc's Bone Charm. You never know when these things will be useful. You pocket the Bone Charm, trying not to retch as you get close to the Orc's stinking corpse. Perhaps it will be useful later. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue east. Alright, the Petraway soon comes to an end at the solid-looking wooden door. Trying to open it, the door refuses to budge. You listen at the door, but you hear nothing. Alright, because I've faced this, I kind of know what to do. I have to kick the door, because if you charge the door, that's dangerous. You give the door a mighty kick, and it swings open easily. You're about to enter when you notice that the room is actually a pit. Had you charged the door, you'd be nursing a sore rump by now. Examining the pit, you notice that the sides are full of handholds, so it should not be difficult to climb back out. Alright, we'll climb to the pit. Looking around, you can see 2 cave entrances leading off from the pit opposite you. Bouldering bones litter the floor, small piles of them stuck together in pools of fetid slime. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the cave on the left. You enter a small cave with slime dripping from its rough rock walls. A sickly sweet smell assaults your senses as you enter. It's a smell of rotting meat, the remains of rats, and even a half-eaten goblin lie in the corner. Another is a large joint of meat. It looks like whatever is using this place as a larder is saving this choice haunch for a giant aardwolf for later. Thankfully, this does not look like the jailer that stole my locket. I wouldn't want to be picking through those remains. Alright, we'll take the meat. Alright, and we're going to just leave the pit, because I know there's nothing in that cave, as that is one area I did thoroughly explore. Now, there's a lot of other places I didn't really necessarily thoroughly explore, and as I said, the goal with this playthrough is to thoroughly explore things as much as possible. This will give me a good insight for further playthroughs, as well as, I think, give me a better chance of overall succeeding. Okay. A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. Alright. You approach with a caution and see another orc, this time on his own. His other armor asleep at his post. Slazy orc needs a surprise wake-up call. Okay, so, again, this character's not giving me a choice where Alexandra did. So he's going to saunter up to the sleeping orc. So he's very sure of himself. He seemingly only likes to go with the combat route, where Alexandra gave you a lot more choices. As a matter of fact, I think I had 3 choices when I was Alexandra. So that's one of the reasons why I think Alexandra is one of the better starting characters, because she gives you a lot more choice, where a character like this is obviously single-minded. Oi, you shout, kicking the orc awake. He grumpily gets up with a start, draws his weapon, and snarls at you, ready to fight. But I kind of like the playstyle at the same time. Alright, let's see what he's going to do here. Alright, looks like he's going to attack. He did shake. I dodged, though. So, if I use my crossbow, I'm thinking I will dodge whatever his attack is. Alright, so there's a clash here. I think I won. Okay, I think he's going to move, so I'm going to attack just normally. There we go. Nice and easy. That crossbow is super effective. Now, I don't know. The one thing I'm not sure is because we both could hit each other. I don't know if he actually would have hit me if my attack, if I had rolled badly. I guess it depends on the exact description of his attack, because some attacks land before the characters move. But I would have thought by the description of what my attack, how my attack works, is they have to guess the space I'm going to dodge into. At least that's what I would think. We'll have to see. All right, so we get a couple souls there. All right. I wonder if the meat's even going to pay off here, because the way this guy works. Anyway, the passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are 2 of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each piece is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. The 2 orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. These poor wretches have not been looked after very well, it seems. Maybe I should put them out of their misery. Ah, finally I get a choice. You are going to have to deal with them quickly, one way or another, before they attract the attention of an orc patrol, or maybe something even worse. Alright, we're going to give them some food. And throw them a joint of meat, of course. Take the giant Aardwolf joint from your backpack. You toss it toward the orc hounds. The hungry animals pounce on it immediately. The rest are over the meat for a moment until they manage to tear it in half with their powerful jaws. Taking their prizes away to the opposite sides of the cave, they leave the way through clear. Not hesitating for a second, you take the opportunity to sneak past the orc hounds as they noisily devour their rancid meat. Alright, well that was the first time he did anything sneaky. Alright, leaving the cave as quickly as you can. You follow the new passageway as it turns to the north. Alright. Set against the wall is a wooden bench where you may rest. Okay, I don't see any reason to consume any provisions, but you want to always sit on a bench and rest when you encounter one because it pretty much gives you a checkpoint, as far as I understand things. So we'll go ahead and do that. You sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles ease and your tiredness wanes. It's good to take a break on your adventure. It also gives you a little bit of stamina back, but we obviously didn't take any damage. 5 stamina. If I'd eaten provisions, it would have given me 10 stamina, which is good. All right. To your left, on the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door, and you can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. As I said, we're going to explore everything. Open the door. The door opens to reveal a small, smelly room. In the center of the room is a rickety wooden table on which stands a lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Asleep on a straw mattress, groaning in the far corner of the room, is a green-skinned orc. He is a stocky creature with an ugly, warty face. He must be the guard for the night watch. Obviously, these orcs do not have the same work ethic as the goblins that attacked my convoy. Alright, so again, I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't just kill the orc, because earlier he was very brazen. But okay, we'll try and steal the box without waking the orc. Carefully, you begin to creep into the sleeping orc's room. And this is our skill check here. We've got a skill of, oh actually no, luck check. There we go. And we pass easily. You have to roll under your luck. You need a score of 9 or under, and you rolled a 3. Take the box and creep out of the room. Box in hand, you leave the room and open the box in the passageway. Inside you find 4 gold pieces and a small mouse, which must have been the creature's pet. Alright, some gold. You release the mouse, which scurries off down the passageway. Alright. And another mechanic, and again, I don't know if this will be the same for this character as opposed to Alexandra, but there are keys that you find, and from what I understand, the keys are randomly placed. Every time you play the game, the keys will be in a different location, I think. So, alright, you arrive at another door, you listen at it, but hear nothing. Alright, we'll try opening the door. Okay, the door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There's stale smell in the air. The center of the room is a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is a small box, and using your keen eye, you can see that it moves every so often. In the far corner of the room is a straw mattress. Alright, so I think I remember this box as a trap, and my keen eye kind of lets me know that. Something Alexandra didn't have. Now, she has educated, so she has the ability to read and make educated guesses about things. So she learned something when she picked up the box, when I hit open the box, but that didn't stop her from opening it, unfortunately. So even though she read it was practically a trap, she still opened it. Not too useful. Here, keen eye lets me know ahead of time. So we're going to thrust your weapon into the box. Cautiously, you open the box and quickly thrust your weapon within. There is an angry hiss, which is quickly silenced. Looking more closely, you discover that you have skewered some angry snakes which were trapped inside. There appears to be nothing else inside the box. It must have been a practical joke made by one of the orcs. You decide to continue to head deeper into the orcs' barracks. Alright, so that was all that was in that room. And this is how different characters play. more or less. Now, I never went eastward as Alexandra, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, this looks busy. You follow the passage as it slopes downwards until you find yourself at the corner of a large chamber. The architecture suggests that this was originally made by dwarven hands, but has clearly been repurposed by the orcs. It appears to have been turned into some kind of training hall. Led around the chamber are a number of wooden posts that bear the marks of axes and other weapons. A cacophonous din echoes around the halls as green-skinned creatures and leather armor either strike the posts with their swords or each other with wooden cudgels. You guess this is what passes for a training session among the brutish orcs. Look at all these orcs. Even I am not so foolish as to rush in. At the eastern end of the chamber, there are 2 doors. Halfway along the north wall of the hall is another doorway secured by an iron gate. Alright. So you can sneak to the doors at the east end of the chamber. You can burst in the room and take on all the orcs with overwhelming odds. Or go back the way you came and choose another path. We'll try and sneak. We'll sneak to the doors on the east end of the chamber to see if we can do anything. I have a feeling this is locked. Keeping close to the wall, you begin to make your way around the edge of the chamber. Orcs are on the lookout for intruders, but you skillfully manage to stay out of their line of sight. Your dexterity allows you to quickly slip past the brutes. That's right there is an attribute of him, so that's good. All right, we reach the far end of the hall. Okay, fortunately, you make it to the far side of the chamber without any of the orcs noticing. One door has a dented shield nailed to it, while the other with a battered helmet hanging from it. Stupid creatures, pillaging this place is going to be so easy. Okay, so we can go battered shield or the helmet. Now, I don't know which door is which. We'll go with the shield. I'll probably try both doors. You find yourself in a moderately sized chamber and are immediately hit by a wall of heat. On the far side of the chamber is a crude forge, as coals glowing red hot. In front of it, a heavy-set orc is hammering out the dents and a damaged breastplate over an anvil. Nearby are 2 goblin assistants. One of them is eagerly watching its master repairing the armor, while the other is cowering in fear in the corner. Evidently, this miserable creature has been recently punished. Maybe these goblins know of the devious Rotgut. Hearing you enter, the orc armorer looks up, an angry expression on his face. Alright, ask the whereabouts of Rotgut. Cowering Goblin looks over at you when you mention Rotgut's name. The creature obviously recognizes the name. Before you can question further, the orc armorer charges at you, his scorched leather apron flapping about him, and his heavy hammer raised, ready to deal you a fatal blow. The goblins shriek with glee as they rush over, no doubt to curry favor with their master. Alright. I don't know if we'll get anything out of these guys or not. Alright, so I'm going to have to watch here. Alright. I think this guy's going to attack me. So it's probably wise to move. Alright, so this guy's going to attack. Be surprised if he actually hits me there. I could go for a... Well, this guy might sidestep here. I'm just going to go with a normal attack here. Yeah. I don't know what I thought would happen. Now, he's going to move, because I didn't see him shake. And more than likely, he's going to move here. I'm going to go ahead and do the right slash, because I think that's the safest move to do. Nah, missed up. Alright, so he's going to attack, but he's facing that way. That seems odd. I may be in trouble here. I'm going to just go ahead and attack. Alright, so this guy's going to attack. I don't know exactly how he works, so he could attack here and here at the same time. I think this guy shook too, though. So I might want to just meet him with an attack and hope I roll better. That's a bad roll. I got hit, unfortunately. I'm gonna sidestep. Alright, Alright, so he's moving. So knowing that he's moving, I'm going to go with a dodge bolt here. Alright, so the goblin's attacking. I'm going to go ahead and just do a normal attack. Alright. Go ahead and move. Alright, he's attacking me again. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I'm going to have to meet him with an attack. I should have done right slash. Alright, he rolled badly, so I hit. Alright, I'm gonna just move. There we go. Alright. Don't know exactly what's gonna happen here. I could make a guess and attack here. There we go. This guy's going to attack again. I'm just going to go ahead and move. Alright, now he's going to move. So I'm just going to attack in front of me. There we go. So I got hit once there, which was unfortunate. We managed to pull through. Lost 2 stamina, but we gained 6 souls. Alright, the battle done. You quickly search the armorer's room and find the orc's loot inside a small chest. You scoop up the coins and stash it in your pack. Alright, we get 12 gold pieces. It's a shame I had to kill that goblin, as I have a feeling it knew who Rotgut is. Nothing else of interest in the armory. You decide to leave. Alright, we'll leave. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and go in the other door here. Alright, you find yourself in the cramped room full of battered helmets, rusting hauberks, and suits of leather armor. The contents of the armory is inferior compared to what you are wearing, but it strikes you that if you wear a few choice items over the top of your own gear, you might be able to pass yourself off as an orc. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that. Disguise ourselves as an orc. Take an orc helm and assorted pieces of armor, attempting to hide your own features. You gag as you do so. The stench is almost unbearable. However, it might just fool the orcs. Unfortunately, the armor is rather cumbersome, making you a bit clumsy. Alright. Usually when you lose skill, it is permanent. And somehow we lost luck. I don't remember doing that. Alright, well, whatever. Are you planning your next move? Leave the orc armory. Alright, let's go ahead and investigate the gateway to the north then. We're disguised as an orc. Alright, the orcs are so engrossed in what they are doing and making so much noise while they are doing it, they do not notice you as you make your way to the iron gate. Open it and enter the small room beyond. At its center stand what looks like scarecrows made of battered armor, their supporting poles sunk in a strange arrangement of wooden cogs and gears. As the gate swings shut behind you, the training quintains shudder as they activate, although whether powered by magic or the curious wooden mechanism, you do not know. Alright, well, it looks like we're in a fight here. Alright, so they're going to move. I'll go ahead and attack here. And I think they're both going to attack me here, so I'm going to just move. Hopefully they miss. Oh, wow. Alright, well, I'm assuming this guy's going to move, so I'm going to do a dodge bolt. Get him. Alright. Alright, he's going to attack me. I'm going to move backwards. Yeah, so they attack 2 spaces from what I could see. And I don't have my dodge bolt up, but I think he's going to move. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack. Alright. I don't know if I have much of a choice here. He's going to attack, and I think he can hit 2 spaces. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack. We're going to have a roll off. I did roll pretty darn well. So we did win. Alright. Alright, so we did lose 1 stamina point, and we gained some souls. Alright, the quintains eventually grind to a halt, your blows having irreparably ruined the wooden workings. Examine the leftover debris of the quintains, your keen eye spots something else glinting in the midst of the rubble. Alright, we got some gold. You find nothing of use in the training room, alright? Leave the hall. Alright, making your way back to the western side of the hall, you decide to take the northerly of the two exits available to you, reasoning that this one will take you deeper into the mountain more quickly. Alright, so we found another pathway here. Although it looks like we can hook back around. If we so choose, maybe. No, actually, that's pretty much it. Well, you know what? I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.